Hey, we are back. It's Thursday. Okay, and we got some stuff to talk about. All right. One of our favorite things to do, you already know, top five lists. Boy Green meets Wudi. We out here. We always talking lists. Okay, Boy Green got his five. James Wudi got his five. And I don't know. I'm thinking we got a total of at least eight. I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of crossover. Hey, shout out to Allen Iverson, but we'll see. We'll figure it all out. Talk it all out. And of course, we want to see who you think is under the most pressure. Under pressure. Boom, 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 boom. Right here. Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, jet, let's go! J-E-T-S, jet, let's go! How you doing?
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, Boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there, baby.
Boy Green
Meets Wudi. Welcome to this episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi, and it is your boy James Wudi right here. You already know we are Wudi, rocking everywhere. Right here, rocking the chain. Oh my God, look at him go. All right, he is the boy who became king, Mr. Paul Esden Jr. Are there grills in there too? Did I miss some grills? Is that what it was?
No. I haven't hit that up yet. You know, when the show, you know, when the money picks up, that's my first purchase. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Purchase.
Okay. Bucket list. Let y'all know. All right. You know, it's on Boy Green's list. But how you doing, my good sir?
It's good to be back. Sorry for everyone who tuned in Tuesday. It was looking under every rock. Where the hell did I leave that Boy Green Meets Wudi? Where's the remote control? What happened here? It's on me. We were doing some road travels from all the wedding festivities, and traffic had other plans there on Tuesday. So hate to break the streak, but, you know, it's great to be back and better than ever, baby. And this is a topic that's been on the bingo card for a little bit, and it's a good one to unveil. Here as the Jets today are wrapping up their final OTA practice, then next week mandatory minicamp, and then booyah, we got the big break before we get to training camp. So exciting times, Rudy, exciting times, my man.
Definitely things are rolling. You know, footage is coming in. People are speaking, right? A lot of positivity is happening for the, Jets fan who's craving content. You know, you getting content right now. You're getting a whole lot of reasons to be excited. And, you know, if you're someone like me who is New York through and through, every team is a New York team, then that would mean that you're not a stupid Nets fan. You are a Knicks fan. And, you know, you need something. You need something right now because this dude, Halle Berry, is in the NBA Finals and your New York Knicks are not. So this is just a great time to just look at, you know, those highlights of, you know, your favorite Jets players catching passes or deflecting passes and, soak it all in. All right. Because now, you know, we in Jets mode.
Yeah, you better enjoy those highlights, people, because like I said, next week we got a ton of content because mandatory minicamp day, normally we get media and player availability every one of those days. So it's boom, boom, boom. We'll get a lot of stuff. And then there's 6 weeks of nothing. Or you hope it's nothing. You don't want anybody speeding or crimes or this or that. That would be the only other news we'd probably get during that 6 weeks. Or maybe an extension. Hey, throw one of those in there. That'd be a good conversation. Jets, if you could plan that accordingly around the Boy Green Meets Wudi schedule. But, yeah, so we better enjoy the content flow as it's here, Woodster.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there will be a little bit of time. Definitely. Hey, I'm not expecting no crime. Come on now. Well, not from Aaron Glenn's kids, the daycare, these young kids out here. Come on now. They out here just playing Madden and Fortnite and some of them got their hands in the spice jar. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Hey now. Wow. Okay.
Other than that,
okay.
But other than that, yeah, it should just be, child's play.
Okay. Well, we can only hope so.
What Stephon Diggs is doing out here on the boats.
Hey, different strokes, different folks. And boy, is he checking off a lot of interesting things that apparently were on his bucket list. So shout out to Stephon. Apparently the Patriots considered cutting his ass. So good. Things are happening very nice, like under Mike Vrabel's watch. Oh, the dictator. Nothing's going on over there in New England. Clean up your house. Get your house in order, New England. Yikes. Who do you want to go first on the top 5, Wudi?
I can go first.
Okay, we'll go 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. We'll ignore all the snake stuff that can often confuse the animals in the room, including myself. So with that being said,
number 5.
Give me somebody who I didn't at all think was going to be on this list, but they say, oh, maybe someone who we all thought was going to be his backup is going to be his is going to be the starter. So that is our guy, big man Joe Tippmann. I do think that there is some sort of meritocracy going on, actually, let me say this. Let me take a step back. I think almost no one's starting spots are written in stone. Obviously Justin Fields, Garrett, right? There's a lot, there are people, right? But then there are a whole bunch of other people that, have to earn it in the eye of the coach. Coach. And for Joe Tippmann, he was not their draft pick, but Josh Myers was their signing, was Justin Fields' teammate, was a starter on an NFL playoff team. So he has some things rolling for him. Obviously, if Joe Tippmann were to lose his job, that would be a pretty big deal, for his NFL trajectory. So, yeah, I would put a lot of pressure on him to do his thing, for the next few months. And then even as the season goes on, to perform well, because we don't know how long that rope is, before he gets yanked, if anything were to occur with the team.
Yeah, the extra layer I would throw on top of this one isn't that rope. It's the rope-a-dope that could be happening with the contract negotiations. He's eligible to discuss a new deal following this season. At the conclusion of the 2025 regular season, technically, even if the Jets are making the playoffs, him and his agent could start talking to the Jets as soon as the regular season is over. That's how the rules work for the rookies on those deals after completing their third season. So the pressure's on for Joe Tippmann to deliver this year, and thus, if he's the guy, then they will pay him handsomely, I imagine, in the near future. And also note, because he was a second-round pick, after this season, he's only got 1 year left on his deal, and that'll be through the 2026 season. So, again, before you know it, we're like, oh, Wisconsin Waterfall, cool draft story. Wait a second, we got to pay his ass now? What the hell? And so it comes real quick-like. So there you go, number 5, getting tippy on the list. I can respect it. Let me go with another offensive player, if I may.
Number 5.
I'm just going to get this one out of the way. Some people are going to have this guy higher on the list, but I just think it's sort of obvious. Justin Fields, quarterback. I'm just going to put him, he's obviously in the top 5. How wouldn't he be? It's as obvious gets. He's under pressure, signed a deal with the Jets. After this year, I saw some reporting, what was it, the NFL.com explained that if the Jets, so let's say Justin Fields has an uneven season in 2025, that the Jets can trade Justin Fields a year from now and they can save most of the money that's left on his contract. They would only owe him $3 million. So there's like this unique trade out in his contract that they could utilize. For me, he would have to be a complete disaster. And if he was, no one would trade for him. So I don't know how that situation would play out, because either way, he'd either be the bridge for a young quarterback next year, even if he's not the guy, or they would ride it out with him being the starter. So I don't see why they would trade him. But anyway, the reason why I bring all that up is he's an obvious guy to be on a list like this. He's under a tremendous amount of pressure. If he delivers, he's the Jets franchise quarterback. and he's our guy for the present and the future. If he completely shits the bed, we're looking for a new guy anyway. If he's sort of in the middle, which was James Wudi's fear a couple of months ago when we're talking about quarterback options, then it's a more complicated conversation because you're going to be not good enough to make the playoffs, but not shitty enough to have a top pick. So you make some crazy trade up like 2009 where the Jets traded up from 17th overall to number 5 overall, and they got a sweetheart deal because Eric Mangini, the coach they fired, ended up in Cleveland, and he wanted a bunch of the players that were on the Jets roster. A 17-5 jump in 2026 is going to cost the Jets 3 or 4 first-round picks. So things look a lot differently now, which, again, there's that sort of purgatory that puts you in a tough spot. So obviously Justin Fields under a lot of pressure, and we're going to immediately cash that in week 1 when he plays his old team that benched his ass after the first 6 weeks of the season. So I just want to quickly get him in the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, you use the word obvious. I wish I had a counter because it wasn't until you said it for like the 6th time that I was like, how many times did he say it? So I stopped, wasn't able to count. But yeah, he's not in my top 5.
What?
Like, yeah. I mean, you said let's get it out of the way. So how is that going to get out of the way if he was obviously in my top 5? That means we would have to be talking about him later. But no, yeah, I have 6 names here. He was not one of them. Of course, the quarterback position inherently has pressure, but he's in a super cushy situation. I mean, he's not like Anthony Richardson, who has, Daniel Jones breathing down his neck. He has to actually perform this summer. Justin Fields would have to have 2 left feet to not be the starter. He was given the role of a starter. He was given his boy, Garrett Wilson. He was given a lot of things. They made this very nice and cushy. Okay, Justin, this is everything's for you. We rolled in the green carpet for Justin Fields. So yeah, I definitely think there are people, 6 names out here that I wrote down where they are not at all rolling out a red carpet. They got to earn anything that they're going to get. And that is not, it's just not Justin Fields.
I just got to say, so for people that don't know, I repeat this every time we do a topic like this, that me and Wudi do not talk about what we're going to do in our list before the show. We know the topic. That part we know. And a couple of times for like graphics, we'll discuss a name or 2 that may be on our list. I love how you interpreted this because you interpreted it completely differently from me. That my pressure isn't about, oh boy, is this guy going to win this job or stave off the other thing? But I love that we have different interpretations of it. For me, the pressure is what this season will mean in terms of needle moving forward. That Justin Fields, it's now or never. If he sucks this year, he may never be a starting quarterback ever again. So that's how I evaluate the pressure. Again, we'll get to other names on this list that could have different interpretations of it. So I love that is your interpretation of it. It's different, which is great. Let me see. Let me look at my list. As a matter of fact, I can confirm for 4 of the 5 names, and really 5, really all of them, there is not a competition threat here that, oh boy, someone's breathing down their neck. It was interpreted in some other way that we'll get to.
Well, we're gonna figure that out as we get there. And like you said, different strokes, different folks. We gonna dissect and see how we approach this. So I guess without any further ado,
Number 4.
Give me somebody who I actually wrote down as number 5, but I didn't say his name. It is Tony Adams, who is also fighting for a job. I think his situation is actually pretty similar to Tippmann's in that, he had a nice job. He thought he was chilling. Now a new regime is in. They brought in somebody else. But I would say behind him isn't the same threat that is behind Joe Tippmann. But I also would say he's not as talented as Joe Tippmann. So that's where, it's like, which one is 4, which one is 5. I had 4 for Tippmann, but I don't know. I got excited. So I just decided to say his name. So now officially, the official James Wudi list, Tippmann is 5. Adams is 4. Come on now. Come on, Tony. And we haven't been hearing anything about him. Is that a good sign? Is that a bad sign? I don't know because I feel like we've been hearing a lot of good things about random people. But Haven't heard much.
I haven't either, so I don't know what that means. But again, we're early. The only pushback I would give you on he had all this cushy thing going on is, well, the owner knew his name, and for all the wrong reasons, Woody Johnson going, Tony Adams to the bench. That's my demands. And the Jets team's like, Tony, our safety, Tony Adams? Are you sure you're not talking about like Aaron Rodgers or Garrett Wilson? Do you have some other sexier Tony Adams? I mean, we could do it because you're the owner, I guess. And what other choice do we have? But all right. Again, with all due respect, I didn't think Woody Johnson had any idea who Tony Adams was. So the fact that he knew him enough to get his ass benched could not have been a good sign. And yet he's still here. They gave him a tender, and it made a lot of sense because there were, machinations with the salary cap, and because he was an undrafted free agent, and rules that you could keep him for dirt cheap, basically. And he has starting experience, so why wouldn't you want him back? So it wasn't really a competitive free agency period for Tony where he could really explore the waters. So yeah, I'm rooting for Tony. He's got an opportunity to start at one of the safety spots, but maybe not. Apparently, Malachi Moore, the rookie safety the Jets traded up for in the 4th round, is apparently making a lot of plays in practice. So we will see it as well. Okay, wait a second. We have breaking news, Woody. Aaron Rodgers is officially signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is an NFL Network report I just got in. Aaron Rodgers informs the Steelers he's flying to Pittsburgh on Friday to sign a deal.
Is that's legit?
I'm dead serious. I'm about to confirm it. I just got the update on my phone, so I will let you know.
Wow, oh my God. That's
oh yeah, it's official. He is
starting the season
0-1.
0-1. We're about to get decimated.
Goodness.
I guess, season starts week 2.
Come on. You think we're going to lose to Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers? Come on, man.
Yes.
No.
I actually am comfortable betting like money. I feel like I would say that, I trust the revenge in Rodgers' veins more than,
dude,
a couple of things that feels as. Oh, you okay? Oh, sorry. Don't.
Because, you've hit a nerve. What are you talking about? What part of Aaron Rodgers did you see last season where, automatic L? He's not Josh Allen. He's not whatever Patrick Mahomes or whatever quarterback you want to say. What are you talking about? That it's an automatic L?
Really
his rusty old ass coming up to MetLife week 1? Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, so... he was literally top 10 in just about every quarterback set. I mean, he
was absolutely not. He
wasn't. Okay, all right. If that's what you think. So I'm just here to let you know so that when week 1 happens and you're flabbergasted, like you've been time and time again every Sunday, always so shocked, always so surprised. Just let you know, I gave you, what is today's date? I gave you 4 months notice. 4 months notice that this is happening to us.
What? Okay, so let's go piece by piece. We might as well just throw this list aside for a second and react to this breaking news coming in. Okay, top 10 in almost every stat. What stats are you talking about that he's top 10?
Well, touchdowns. He definitely had.
Okay, let's pull them up. Okay, let's try to. Let's go through all this. And there you go. So it's official. If you're just joining us, we're reacting to the breaking news that just came in. Aaron Rodgers is flying to the team. So Friday, that would be tomorrow, and signing a 1-year deal to join the Pittsburgh Steelers. All the speculation, all the bullshit, all of it was he was going to be the guy. That was my full expectation. So this news does not surprise me. We finally get it. I thought we weren't going to get this for another month and a half, to be perfectly candid. I thought we were going to get this training camp week, but here you go. So we'll see if he's at mandatory minicamp. But okay, so let's go through them. So passing touchdowns, that is correct. He was, let me get this up officially here. All right. He was seventh in the league of pass touchdowns. Sure. Okay, top 10 there. Okay, what else?
Yards.
Okay, let's go over to yards. Click. Thank you, ESPN, for this. Yes, he was 8th in passing yards. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's what I was like. Those are the 2 most important.
That's 2. Almost every stat. Come on, man.
Well, he's done. Hey, where was Fields at? Where are Fields at? Y'all know?
Oh, where's this attack? Wait, whoa. Let's evaluate one thing at a time. You said, well, he basically top 10 in every stat. Okay, let's walk through him.
I'm telling you what it was.
Boom. What's next?
You were saying that, he's old, he's washed, he's doing this. He had a pretty good year. For the Jets. Pretty good year. What do you mean for the Jets? For the top 10 touchdowns, top 10 passing yards is not good. That's not good. That's terrible.
Let's get another top 10 stat. You want another top 10 stat? He was bottom 10 in the NFL or top 10 in the NFL, however you want to do it, in interceptions. He had 11. He had 11 interceptions. Perhaps the most interceptions he's had in like 7 years. What's that? What about that?
That sounds about right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's another
against a team who doesn't catch interceptions. He can throw it straight to us and ended up on the floor. So okay.
Oh, wow.
Damn. That's
also here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I don't get as we're reacting to this live on the show. You say, man, I'll tell you the date, Thursday, June 5th. When you come back, I'll let you know in advance the Jets are going to lose. What zest do you get out of life if we fast forward to the season opener and somehow the Jets lose to the Steelers? What benefit do you get from saying, see, suck it, everybody, I told you. I thought you were a Jets fan. What love do you get?
I definitely am not saying, have I ever said, suck it, everybody? I've never said that.
But now you were just indicating that I've told you now months ahead of time what's going to happen. And then I'm saying, so we fast forward months ahead of time. And let's say you're right? The Steelers win. Possible. It's not 100% the Jets are going to win. Anything could happen. Let's say the Steelers win. What do you then tell me on Boy Green Meets Wudi on the Tuesday? Are you telling me I told you so? What are you telling me? That's what I'm saying. What
tell you? Hey,
do you get out of it for that?
The same thing that I told you when you thought that Devontae Adams was going to bring us to the playoffs and we won one game the rest of the year. Hey, man, it's all good. Hey, let's look ahead. Let's look ahead to the future, all right? Because the future, is going to be better than this. It's okay. That's why I have these two shoulders, right? One, this one right here. Look at this one. This one right there. I'm dedicated to you, Boy Green, because we have this conversation every week. Every week. That's what I'm here for. That's what this shoulder. That's what it's here for. Come on now. So I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you. I'm definitely not. Why would I say that? Doesn't even make sense. I'm just letting you know. I'm here to tell you the truth. What's about to happen. That's happening. When it does, I'm right here. And then, hey, like I said just now, and I'll say it then, season starts week 2. 1-1. Let's go for it. 1-1, baby. 1-1, baby.
Oh, so we're going to beat the Buffalo Bills? We're beating the Buffalo Bills week 2?
Oh, okay. 1-2, baby. What's week 3? Who's week 3?
Tampa
Bay. The Bucks?
Yeah.
Come on. Let's try. 1-3. Or 1-2, sorry. Whoa, so season starts week 3. That's fine.
Aaron Rodgers is better than Mason Rudolph. Okay? Yes. Concur. Agreed. Aaron Rodgers is going to be rusty. That's just facts. Week 1, learning a new offense. June 5th, and I guess technically June 6th, tomorrow is when he officially signs. He's going to have no work with the team unless he's doing the mandatory minicamp, which is 3 days next week. Yippity-doo-dah if he does that. And then he shows up to training camp a month later. Aaron Rodgers won't be Aaron Rodgers week 1. Will he be Aaron Rodgers in week 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for Pittsburgh? Who friggin' cares? The Jets don't play him then. They play him week 1. We're getting a rusty first year with a new team, Aaron Rodgers. I'm not afraid of shit. He can't move. He's got the mobility of a parked car. We saw that this year. And Quinnen Williams, Will McDonald, Jermaine Johnson. Yeah, I'll take our chances against old man Rodgers. As opposed to, how about this? Justin Fields would be giving us more problems if he was starting at quarterback week 1 for the Pittsburgh Steelers than Aaron Rodgers is going to give us.
I respectfully disagree.
Okay.
But I mean, what I will say about Rodgers' mobility is that we've already said, we've actually said this before about the time elapsed after the Achilles. I actually would imagine his mobility to look better now. He's been throwing, with DK. I know that's obviously not the same as practice, but he, it's not, but it's not like, he's meeting everybody for the first time June 6th. He has been thrown to some of these dudes.
One dude, DK Metcalf. That's the only.
So you don't think he's spoken to any Steeler?
Not spoken. You said thrown to, and I'm saying he's only thrown to one, DK Metcalf.
Oh yeah, okay. So if it's been reported, right, he's only thrown to DK. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing that's been reported so far. Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't mean that that's the only thing that's happened, but it's only that's been reported. I would imagine that if what.
Well, like I don't have a camera on Aaron Rodgers. I can't like speak to. He probably could have invited Steelers receivers out to Maui for something, and none of us have heard of it. Maybe, I guess I have to leave the door, but I can only go on what has been reported. Which the only receiver that he went with is DK Metcalf, who flew out there, and they brought in a photographer who filmed it and took it all. Yeah, I know that happened. That's all I know.
All right. Well, all I'm saying is, week 3, we got this.
I also just want to say this for Jet fans, because I had NFL insider Matt Lombardo, he's been joining us every Sunday the last couple of Sundays. He's going to keep joining us for the foreseeable future on Sundays. And he brought up, I think it was his either first or second appearance on the show, he brought up Aaron Rodgers. And I had a ton of Jet fans in the comment section, get over it! We don't want to hear about Aaron Rodgers anymore. And I said, fans, if you fucking think now it's annoying talking about Aaron Rodgers, let me tell you this. When Aaron Rodgers inevitably signs with the Steelers, it's the first game. We're talking about this for the next 3 months. Ooh, we have a bet coming in. Let's go to Bubba Badshaw here on a YouTube Super Chat. Just coming in here. Every time we get a YouTube Super Chat, we hear from my datas. Wow. Badshaw with a $4.99 Super Chat here. $100. The Jets beat the Steelers, Wudi. Have my money. October 5th, 2025. He's referencing the Jets-Cowboys tailgate of when Wudi would see Badshaw in person. Your response, Wudi, is what? No way, dude. Wudi, before you virtually agree to this, you want to think about it.
I already just did.
Okay. I can't believe this. What have the Steelers done that makes you feel so confident in them? So let me ask you this, because I don't think I've asked you this, because why would I ask you for a week 1 prediction 3 months ahead of time without knowing the quarterback? But before this Aaron Rodgers news just hit, Jets, Steelers, and by all assumptions, Mason Rudolph, unless something crazy happened, was the starting quarterback. What was your prediction for that game?
I would have to, we have to get there. We have to get there.
Yeah, but if a gun was to your head, because right now you're like, boom, Steelers win automatically. That's
because of Aaron Rodgers. That's what I'm talking about. This is a power.
But without it was a toss-up, a 50-50 or something.
Yeah. It was close enough. Probably 55-45.
55-45 Steelers or Jets?
We don't know. We would have to figure it out. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We would have to figure it out. How are you telling me to predict the game 3 months in advance, boy?
It's not even predicting what you would think. If a gun was to my head in the parking lot out here and said, Paul, predict what's going to happen Jets Steelers week 1, I'm like, it's 3 months ahead of time. They're like, I don't care. I'm going to blow your brains out. I'm like, okay, I think the Jets win. Like, that's what would happen if a gun was to my head. I wouldn't say, I refuse to answer. Pull the trigger. I would answer the question. So I'm asking you, if you're in that situation and you did not know this Aaron Rodgers news and you were forced to answer who would win this game, it's fine if you still say Steelers, but I'm just curious what the answer is.
Yeah, I probably would.
Still say Steelers?
Yeah.
Okay. That's because, okay. Well, the bet is official. As those are watching, we have 160 people in the room. We're now throwing this list aside here to address this Aaron Rodgers breaking news coming in and all the comments that are coming in as well. There's now a $100 bet between Brandon Bradshaw, a.k.a. Bubba Badshaw, and Wudi. Jets beat the Steelers. Bradshaw gets $100. Steelers beats the Jets. Wudi gets $100. And the money apparently will be exchanged or Jets-Cowboys Week 5 tailgate, which means you'll have 4 weeks to work the curb and do whatever you have to do to collect said $100 Bradshaw, or Wudi in this case. Wow. At least you put your money where your mouth is. I guess I have to respect that. But I can't believe, for all that is sinful, that you and me are like, L, get ready. I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked.
Well, it is what it is. No. Bradshaw, I'm definitely now I'm even more excited to meet you than I was before.
Oh,
So it'll be a great time. October 5th, we about to get it. You already know it's gonna be a fantastic time. And season starts week 3. We gonna get this. We gonna get this.
0-2, so it just write it in the books. It's 0-2 automatically.
I have a You need a Sharpie? You need a Sharpie, bro?
You're unbelievable, man. You're unbelievable.
Right.
I can't believe what you're saying. What? The Steelers don't have Najee Harris anymore. Who's their starting running back? Jalen Warren? Like, I'm just going piece by piece. I'm going piece by piece. Their starting running back is Jalen Warren. That doesn't scare me. They have DK Metcalf and nothing else at wide receiver. Okay. They have Pat Freiermuth, an overrated wide receiver. Okay. You go to the defense, completely overrated. You just have a few names, and that's it. The overall unit has stunk. You have TJ Watt, you have Minkah Fitzpatrick, you have a couple of individual guys who old man Cam Hayward, but the overall unit has not performed well. What scares you besides old man Aaron Rodgers? I just don't understand. Like, think about other teams as they looked at us when we had Aaron Rodgers. Not all of them went, "Ooh, there's an automatic loss here." And what about Justin Fields? You think he's going to have a little extra mustard on his sandwich, giving it back to Pittsburgh?
I don't know if he has any mustard in that cupboard. That's what we try to figure out, is if his cupboard is completely bare or if there's anything in there.
By the way, Batcho, you have one raffle ticket. You're $1 away from another raffle ticket for our contest. $100 not included for whatever that could be. Unbelievable. Okay, let's keep going here. We'll answer your questions and comments. A-Step10 with the YouTube Super Chat coming in here. Love to see it.
Wow.
What's up, my guys? How y'all doing? Been a minute. Appreciate you, Arthur. Also going to be at the Jets Cowboys Boy Green tailgate. Can't wait for that. That's going to be absolutely sick, which we appreciate. Thank you, pal. Also, you just added 3 more raffle tickets to your total. You're at 23 raffle tickets so far this month. A-Step10. Thank you so much for all your contributions. Appreciate it. So,
Yes,
okay.
big time.
So come on, Wudi. What's what's your score prediction? Week 1. Come on, June 5th.
I don't have a score prediction. I was gonna let you guys know. Damn, I didn't realize
that it was gonna incense the chat and taking an immediate L.
I was just trying to do y'all a favor. God, this is what I get.
Favor.
This is what I get for trying to be a nice guy. My God.
And this is perfect. This is perfect because we all knew this was going to happen. So it's just good that it's official. We don't have to speculate anymore. It's straight up. This is also, shout out to Rich. I mean, he had this nugget in his story a couple weeks ago. So now we can say it with official. This is the first time in NFL history that starting quarterbacks from a previous season swapped teams and are playing each other week 1. That's never happened in NFL history before. Justin Fields, obviously, on the Steelers last year. Aaron Rodgers on the Jets. Whoop! Steelers, Jets playing each other week 1. So that's the first time in NFL history that's coming. But now you have everything. You have Aaron Rodgers, who called the Jets disrespectful with how they treated him in the meeting. Justin Fields got benched. It was disrespected by the Steelers. So you have that going on. And Aaron Glenn apparently hates Aaron Rodgers' guts. So now he has the perfect way to start off this new era of getting to kick the Steelers' ass in MetLife, and Jet fans would go crazy, and that starts off our season with a bang, 1-0. Can you imagine the hype, the hoopla, the everything that will be included in all of that?
I would need some drugs to kind of like see it, but yeah, that would be amazing. That would be.
How about this? So I'll give a shout out here to Chris Brockman. Okay, he's the producer on the Rich Eisen show. And Rich has been out a couple days this week. He's a Knicks fan, and we could talk about that at a different show, perhaps.
Yeah.
But the twist that Chris Brockman likes to do is everyone loves to do power rankings. He does the powerless rankings, where he ranks the bottom 10 teams in the NFL. You want to know where he had the Pittsburgh Steelers? He had them 28th in the NFL heading into the season. He thinks they're going to be one of the worst teams in football, and he had the Jets just barely above them, 1 spot. One of the worst teams in football, Wudi. And this is the team you're scared of and afraid of. And he said he made that placement with Aaron Rodgers on the team, assuming he was going to be there.
Definitely not scared. But shout out our guy, I think I saw him before. Yeah, Connor Long in the comments.
There you go.
Sure. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Wow.
But definitely want to show Connor some love. You know what I'm saying?
Like Jets talk. He's been a member for 5 months on the channel. He says Jets are winning this game. Week 1, Jets Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, 5 picks. Justin Fields, 3 touchdowns. Ooh.
I don't know who's catching them. Gotta start throwing to Quincy. Quincy can catch them.
Actually, Quincy unfortunately dropped a lot last season too, which was less than ideal. But you know what? That's what they're working on in the OTAs, Wudi. The mandatory mini camp, the training camp coming up.
Yeah.
I just hope you we have. I can't remember the last time Jet fans have turned on one of their own, where they've just been so ready. Like after a result happens, when the Jets when I just want to make sure you heard that when the Jets beat the Steelers, and then we all turn to Wudi and say, "What were you saying? What were you saying?" Because this won't be the last time you say you're going to bring this up over the coming months about what you believe is going to transpire in the season opener.
I mean, yeah, when we bring it up, like it is what it is. But yeah, I'm definitely not turning. Like I'm not. Like, you acting like I'm rooting for the Jets. Like that's not. I
mean, that's sort of what it feels like. And to be honest,
I don't know. Well, I don't know how that how you feel like that. I apologize for how you feel. But no, there's never been a time that I'm not even like Team Tank. Like I don't even root for them to tank. So yeah, I'm definitely not rooting against them week 1, or any week. But I'm just letting you know what it is.
I have bad news, Wudi. Terrence Hill wants to send you to the grinder. Do you know what that is?
No, actually, damn, that's
here it is.
You mess with Kurt and you go into the grinder.
Okay, now this grinder of yours, is it a real grinder or is it some kind of a metaphor?
That's it. You're gone. Adios, TKO'd. Historical.
Wait. I won't be funny no more. See?
Security.
You ain't got to bring the man down here. Wait a second. Kurt, come on, please. I need this job.
Take out the trash.
Trash? Oh, now look at here.
Get this news out of my face.
And then they throw you off the show, Wudi, and then we say goodbye. That's what it's happened to a few callers. We'll bring you back, Wudi, but that's what happens. People get thrown in the grinder when they do all kinds of craziness on the show. A few people have joined. There's this one guy, Tom, maybe his name was. He said that he didn't enjoy the show and hated all the things that we talked about. He got thrown in the grinder. B-Mac's been thrown in the grinder several times. So, yeah, that's where Terrence wanted to throw you. Yeah.
Well, sorry for that's what I'm saying. People, martyrs. People get thrown into worse places for just telling the truth. So I actually consider it a sign of respect. Thank you, Terrence. All right, sending me. I feel like Nelson Mandela right now. That's how I feel. Sending me to places just for spreading the good word.
Wudi, I'm just so disappointed. Because
so are we done with the list, or are we?
Yeah, the list is over. It's done.
The list is
over. It's just I guess we could get back into the list, but I just can't believe. I can't believe this is real. They're trying to finalize a contract. Isn't that interesting? I bet Aaron Rodgers is going to hang that one. More reports are coming in because, again, this is happening live on the show. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers still need to, quote unquote, finalize the contract. Their mandatory minicamp is on Tuesday. Now, technically speaking, if he's not under contract, he can't, skip it and go on trips. If he's technically not over, he can't be fined or anything of that nature. So if he just waits to, quote unquote, finalize it, mandatory minicamp ends. Now we worked it out. Sign. And he's like, did I miss something? So you guys training camp, because that's what he can do and probably will. Honestly.
We'll see.
Wow. So that happened. It's good to get breaking news on the show every once in a while, Woody. We're here at 3:00. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And there you go. For people just joining us, we'll definitely clip this and put this up as its own shorter video we'll put up of us reacting to all this and you hearing all of Woody's blasphemy here on the program. So all that's possible. And then the storyline's on. Again, I repeat, Jet fans, if you are, and I love that prediction for Lily and Big D, 35 Jets, Steelers 3. I just feel it in my bones that the Jets are absolutely going to throttle the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I can't wait. It's going to be so good. Man, I only wish I could be there in person. But, I'll get to watch from the lovely confines of the Boy Green Man Cave, and I'm very much looking forward to that one. That'll be a goodie. And hell, a lot of people have said, Paul, we really enjoy the very different version of a watch party that I did for like a game last season where I basically do play-by-play. You have the camera on me and some score updates on the screen, and we should have Wudi on for that so we could just cue to him going, another touchdown for the Jets. That would just be spectacular. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, should be great. All right. Where the hell were we? I don't even know where we were on the list.
But we don't have to. We can, we can wrap it up if you want.
Oh, so you're done with the list?
No, you was done with the list. That's what I was
sort of done with the list because of the Aaron Rodgers thing. But it seems like
I feel like we had a good run.
Oh, the show's over. Oh, wow. Okay, well, it's been real. Yeah. Thanks. Well, I guess if this is what was going to do it, no, we could go through the. I mean, what are we going to redo this show next week? You know what I mean? So
maybe actually we only got through. I think we literally only said 2 names.
Okay, we can
not even 2 names apiece. Like we said.
Okay, so it's up to you, Wudi. We're 40 minutes into the show. We can either completely reset this for next week, or if you'd like, we could go through it now. It's up to you.
What do you guys think? You
in the chat, sure.
Plus.
All right, chat. Here we go. We got. I have 200 people on my side. 200 people in the room. Here it is. Do you guys want us to go through the rest of this list of the Jets under the most pressure? Do you want us to talk a little bit more Aaron Rodgers, Jets, Steelers here? What do you guys want us to do? It'll be up to you, folks. We were in the middle of a list, and then this breaking news hit on the show, so we diverted into it. So do we go with the rest of our top 5 Jets under the most pressure heading into the season, or do it? 3 Siblings says just read it fast, and let's go back to talking about Rodgers. Dakota says keep going. BMAC just says, hey, Rodgers. Bad Shop prefers
this
his money
seems like a postponed to next week. I want my money in 20s, 10 million in 10. that's what everybody does. A rush hour.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Bad Shop. That's so crazy. Like I wish like everybody just gave me $100 the first time I met them. Like that, like how sick that would have been. But it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, we hope. Obviously, like I will be. That's what I'm saying. That's.
Are you wearing an Aaron Rodgers jersey?
I don't have an Aaron Rodgers jersey. You do. I don't.
Oh, I've got 2. I could get you one if you'd like.
No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not even an Aaron Rodgers fan, really. Yeah, I got my guys who I'm a fan of. Quinnen,
which is who?
Quinnen Williams, Breece
Okay,
Hall. Like those are jerseys. I got. I don't need a Rodgers jersey.
So be it. All right. Well, you know what? Let's save these lists then. Let's just. It seems like we've, it sort of happened because like someone's going to watch a show after that. Oh, top 5 Jets under the most pressure. Can't wait for this. And then they're going to dive in, and then it's.
I'm almost 99% sure that YouTube has like an edit button.
It does. Well, then what do we edit to? Top the 5th Jet that is under the most pressure, and reacting to Aaron Rodgers joining the Steelers. Is that the headline now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure I fix that as soon as the show's over. I'll let you guys know. Here is the 5th most under pressure Jet. Plus, Aaron Rodgers joined the Steelers. All right, sounds good, Wudi. And then tune in for the top 4 next week. There you go.
Hey, job well done.
Unbelievable. So, Amid Hayoka over on Take Flight Talk, which appreciates showing support on that channel as well. We're streaming live in 5 different places. No matter where you're watching, first off, like the video, hit subscribe on YouTube for both my YouTube and also Take Flight Talk. That's Wudi's YouTube as well. Amid Heyoka says, remember the Boy Green reaction to the Aaron signing? It's part of my old intro. Absolutely. And I will say this, that shout out to my bosses at Heavy. They're the ones that wanted me to stream live the Pat McAfee show where we thought something could happen. We had no idea that Aaron Rodgers would announce he's coming back to play football. And we had no idea, obviously, it would be the Jets. It just so worked out that all of these things all came together. So you guys got this super cool, organic reaction, which I'm very proud of. It's cool that was all real. There was no stage. I didn't watch it, then do a record. Okay. Scene, and then camera was on me. That was real, and that was out there, and I will never forget it. I know a lot of people want to dump and bury Aaron Rodgers, and I will week 1, but for the most part, when Aaron Rodgers goes into the Hall of Fame, however many years from now, it's got to be at least five more now that he signed with the Steelers, so 5 more beyond this and whatever else he plays. I will happily watch him go into the Hall of Fame, go, damn, what could have been. That's what I'll be saying. I'm not going to be ripping him. It's not his fault his Achilles exploded. But on week 1, I hope the Jets annihilate him and break him into a million pieces. I will not hide that. Yeah, absolutely. But appreciate the support.
It is pretty crazy to see, the full circle, right? You got that live. Now you got this live.
That's wild, yeah.
Transactions. Shout out to our newest super chat.
Sure. There you go. Let's make sure. I need to not play the grinder this time. I think everyone got their kick out of that.
Wow.
I think media is going to have a field day either way. So Dan, the Jets fan, 21 member for 6 months. Thanks for supporting the show, Dan. He says media will have a field day with AG if we lose week 1. As a matter of fact, I think it's a field day either way, and obviously it'll be good or bad. If AG in his first game beats Aaron Rodgers months after telling him to bend over and pack it, and then to win and establish his culture and his thing and saying, hey, and I can only imagine what the locker room speech would be for AG with maybe a camera or 2 peeking in there of saying like, this is our team. This Justin Fields, our quarterback, right? That's what they're going to do. They're going to hand in the football, go, he's our quarterback. And then, and people are going to be all jumping around fields. Fuck the Steelers. It's going to be great. That would be great. However, you're right, Dan, the Jets fan. If the Jets lose to Aaron Rodgers and you get that cocky, stupid-ass smile he has on MetLife as he's doing an interview in his first game as a Steeler, no better way to start it. Whatever stupid saying they have, here we go, Steelers, here we go, clap, clap, like a walrus. Yeah, whatever stupid thing. They will have a field day either way, I think. No question. Polar extremes.
Yeah, so this is definitely a big deal. And obviously it was Aaron Glenn, it was AG who chose this crossroad. It wasn't a foregone. None of this was it was AG who said, you know what? I will choose Justin Fields over Aaron Rodgers. So now it's Justin Fields.
Not even, right? Because he had to pick door number 2 before he had to close door number 1 and just pursue door number 2. There's no guarantee that Justin Fields would sign with the Jets.
He clearly, had a plan.
Unless you're saying some tampering could have gone on behind the scenes, Wudi.
Well, I'm not, but I'm saying he had a plan A, and that plan A was not Aaron Rodgers. It was
right.
Justin Fields.
But I think it's even ballsier that whatever, right? So let's say your plan A is Justin Fields. What if he didn't get Justin Fields? Totally possible. The Seahawks trade that threw everything aside where Geno goes to Vegas and something could have shook up and all of a sudden, let's say Fields signs in Seattle or something, and the Jets go, oh shit. They pursued door number 2, not knowing what door number 2 was. They had a hope. They had a plan. We all have a plan. And then we get punched in the face, so we got to come up with a new plan. So I think that's the ballsy part to me is that they went, yeah, we're going to dump Rodgers and we're just going to figure it out. And they're figuring out was getting Fields, who they seem excited about.
Yeah, which is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they didn't know. You're making it seem like Fields was already locked in. Like they chose Justin Fields over Aaron Rodgers. And that's not true. They did not choose Justin Fields over Aaron Rodgers. They chose an unknown door beyond Aaron Rodgers. They cut Aaron Rodgers 6 weeks before free agency.
If you have a certain amount of plans and you put one plan over the other plan, you have chosen this plan. It doesn't matter whether or not I'm saying they did not want Rodgers. They wanted Justin Fields.
Sure.
They chose him. They preferred him. And they got what they wanted. regardless of they could have not gotten what they want. That's completely irrelevant. This is what they wanted. Now they got it, and now they need to deliver. And if they don't deliver, this is why I highlighted the comment. The media will have a field day because this was his choice. This is what AG. This was his dream. Going to sleep every night. I'm a coach. Dreaming about Justin Fields. All right. So gotta deliver.
Well, we'll see if they can. And again, we will get immediate returns on investment. Week 1, the schedule makers and everybody. Jim Nance joined Rich Eisen show after the schedule came out, and when they brought up the Jets Steelers game as part of a CBS doubleheader, he said, "Yeah, we got a pretty good feeling that Aaron Rodgers is going to be the guy. That's what we expect is for him to be in that window." So he said we didn't know 100%. But that was our full expectation as we asked for certain games. There's jockeying that goes on behind the scenes between CBS, Fox, and all these people for different games. And they thought that was the game they were getting. And now that is the game they're planning to get based on NFL Network reports that Aaron Rodgers is coming over there. So, so we'll see. But okay, Wudi. Yeah, like I said, let's park the rest of this list. Sometimes you got to be willing to adapt. I've done that a lot. I'm currently here on the radio show. We've had radio shows where you're playing this guest, and then some crazy ass breaking story happens. You wipe it all off the table and you pivot to the story. So yeah, we will update this title for those that will be watching after the fact of the Aaron Rodgers thing. Unbelievable. This is crazy. It happened live on the show. I'm glad we were live for it, Woodster.
Absolutely. And of course, you already know next week we will be talking Jets like we always do. Won't be no bumps in the road. We out here giving you the content that we love to give and you love to get. So let's get it.
Guys, make sure the 200 people in the room, you like the video, you hit subscribe, you show your support, and we will see you coming up on Tuesday. Mandatory minicamp is next week. We should have a ton of coverage of content with Aaron, Glenn, and players and everything else, and I'm sure we'll milk the hell out of that content over the coming weeks as well as we sort of splice it all up and put it together. But unbelievable. Aaron Rodgers is officially a Pittsburgh Steeler. So it should be fascinating as we see what happens there. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Again, show your support. I'm streaming live on my YouTube, my Twitter, and my Instagram. Wudi on his Instagram and Take Flight Talk on YouTube. Make sure you guys like the video and hit subscribe on the YouTube channel to spread the love, because we are streaming live this show both on Wudi's channel and my channel. Plus, Wudi does a bunch of his own content as well. Make sure you support. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. What a show. Thanks, everybody.